Hey friends, good morning. It's really early for you, and for me I think it just turned 11:45 because I'm in Spain now, and as soon as you cross the water it's an hour later. So I got on the boat at 10:20, and when I got off the boat 5 minutes later it was 11:25 which is crazy in my brain. And I can see, I'm going to turn the camera around. Why don't I do that? So you see the water, and across from the water, or across the water on the other side, is Portugal, and now I am sitting in Spain. So that's amazing. I made it to Spain, and you know what? When I got off the boat and looked back, it's going to make me emotional now too. I had some emotions come in that kind of surprised me. After all of those days walking through Portugal and walking up from Lisbon, and that was a long journey, and now we're in Spain and this journey gets to begin. So it almost feels like the third journey, because it was Lisbon to Porto, that felt like its own journey, and then when we added so many pilgrims in Porto, that felt like a second journey. So Porto to the end of Portugal, which is in Camino, assuming you stay kind of on the coast and come this way, and then now crossing into Spain this morning. This feels like the third leg, the third adventure to what's going on. And I've been told that in Vigo, so in 3 days I will be in Vigo, Spain, Vigo, and I've been told that there it will feel like even another journey, because that's about the 100-kilometer mark, and at that mark is when, if people join the Camino at that point, they can still get a credential. So if they still get their passport stamped and everything, they can get an official credential saying that they've done the Camino. So apparently a lot of people will join at the 100-kilometer mark, just around the various routes, so that they can get their credentials. So I'm told that that will potentially feel like another journey in itself. But it was interesting, just kind of a swell of emotions of like, look how far we've come, you know? So thank you for grace yesterday, and giving me some space. If you read my post, I took yesterday for a little bit of space, and just to kind of be in my own arena, going through some things. And I have a feeling, you might remember, before I even arrived here, when I was training and doing some long walks, I did some live videos talking about this. And then early on, I talked a little bit about it as well, that one of the things they say about the Camino is that it does three things. It will give you something, it will help you release something, and it will help you remember something. And I have a feeling that what it's giving me is really the permission, reminder, fill in the blank with whatever word, to walk my path. That has come up so much for me in so many different ways, and it came up this morning a few times actually. So it was about 5 miles from where I was staying to get to the boat to cross Spain, and now I have about another 8 miles to walk to get to my place for tonight. And that first maybe 2 miles or so, where there were a lot of pilgrims starting out, it felt uncomfortable. I'm not sure what the word is, in that it felt like there was a rush. It felt like there was like a jockeying to be first, or to, like, I don't know what it was. I could be reading it wrong, but it felt a little competitive and a little uncomfortable to me. And there were points where I was noticing again that I was like, I should keep up, I shouldn't stop. I like that cycle of like, no, Jen, remember how you are doing your Camino. It's your Camino. And if that scene moves you, then stop and take a photo, because that matters, you know? And so this has come up so many times. And I think probably, there were a lot of times where I've never really given myself permission to walk my path and kind of lean into what makes me feel good. And if we look at it from a human design perspective, a cosmic human design perspective, that makes so much sense, which we can talk about more later. We're back, I think. I think that is really the big thing, though. We'll see. There's still time. I still have a couple weeks left, but for the lesson of